He plays each night above my room, a tune that curls like violet bloom. I've never seen his face or eyes, just notes that fall like lullabies. I wash the cups, I dim the light. He starts again at 9:30. No lyrics, no request or name, just longing, always the same. The violinist upstairs plays me like I'm unaware, but every bow across the strings confesses everything. Once I left a note beneath his door, but he played that night and nothing more. Perhaps he read, perhaps he knew, but some loves bloom, then slip right through. He changed his song last winter's eve. It shook like leaves about to leave, and since that night the strings have stopped. A silence I can't unlock. The violinist upstairs still lives inside the air. Each window sigh, each floorboard creak. I hear him when I speak. Maybe he was never real, just someone I begin to feel. But even dreams can play with grace and echo through a quiet place. The violinist upstairs left his bow inside my prayers. If ghosts can play and lovers stay, then he'll return someday. The window falls with breath and time, and I recall what once was mine. We said goodbye without a word, a silent truth I clearly heard. Now my
rivers need the winter snow. The trees bend back, the past rolls by. I stare ahead, but question why. You left without a final glance and took away our second chance. Windows see blues on a midnight ride. Each town we pass, I try to hide, but still your name fogs every pain, and blues return like evening rain. The seat is warm, your shadow near, but all I feel is shifting fear. Windows see blues, the tickets torn, the melody of love long worn. I hum it low as night moves fast, and pray this train forgets the past. You said you like your whiskey neat. I said I'm sugar, not too sweet. You pulled a stool and raised a brow. I said this ain't my first show now. The lights were low, the bar was slow. You sipped and watched my eyes aglow. I stirred your drink, you stirred my mind, then said that's not the usual kind. I'm sugar in your whiskey, dear, a twist of sass, a shot of cheer. You might have come for bourbon bold, but I'll leave you warm and sweet and sold. You told me tales of broken hearts, of jazz and dames and shady starts. I said they left you high and dry. You winked until you walked by. The clock struck 1, the bar began to dim the lights and hush the band. You poured your charm, I took a sip and kissed you with a sugar lip. I'm sugar in your whiskey, babe, a cherry twist you can't evade. You came alone, you with lips confused and heart infused. Not every girl plays coy and shy. Some leave a taste you can't deny. And when your next glass starts to clink, you'll see my smile before you drink. I'm sugar in your whiskey slow, the kind that sneaks before you know. You thought you came for rye and smoke, but left with honey and a joke. There's a frame by the window, chipped on the side. The glass is cracked but still holds the light. A woman in velvet, eyes turned away. She's lived in that silence since yesterday. I dusted each Sunday, I straightened the lace, but time always settles back into place. No name on the back, no ink to explain, just a whisper that clings to the pane. The frame by the window knows more than I. It's watched lovers come and watched them lie. It doesn't speak, it doesn't bend, it holds what we lose in the end. The house creaks at night like it's telling the tale of footsteps and letters too late in the mail. There's perfume that lingers when no one is near, and laughter that dries in the air like a tear. The moon slips inside through the curtain's small rip and lands on her collar, her silvery lip. I ask her each night what she wants me to find, but pictures don't answer, they only rewind. Too soft and secrets too old. It speaks through the dust, through silence and glass, of all that we are and what we let pass. She might be my mother, or someone I dreamed, or a version of me before I believed. But each time I turn from the light and the sill, she's waiting, completely still. The frame by the window will open the door to portraits and shadows, to less and to more. Let the record spin, let the candle glow. The stories begin. The city sighs, the streets grow pale. The radio hums, the window hums too, and stars pretend they've seen this through. A cigarette burns past her lips. The glass reflects her fingertips. One sandal dangles, one thought stays, of quiet laughs in younger days. On the balcony at midnight, time moves slow but never quite. The breeze remembers how he spoke and how her voice in silence broke. The world below plays different tunes, some in taxi horns, some in moons. But here she stays in linen white, one woman steeped in soft lamplight. She pours the wine a second glass, though no one climbs the stair to pass. She smiles and sways a toast to none, just her, the crickets, and what's undone. On the balcony at midnight, she sings a line without the light. The melody dissolves like smoke, but lingers still in what she spoke. Slips through Venetian blinds and draws her shape in softened lines. The kettle hums, the room is bare, except the ghost still sitting there. She lights a match but doesn't smoke. The flame just flickers, fades, then chokes. She plays the same side one more time. The trumpet holds the final rhyme. Tender, unresolved. There are shadows on the ceiling, like the thoughts she keeps revealing. To no one near, to no one real, just faded jazz and how she feels. The neighbor steps a distant hum, but every night she hopes he'll come.
The glass half full, the bed half made. The song remains, but time decays. She hums along, her voice is thin as if she sings from deep within. And when the track begins to skip, she lets it loop, she doesn't flip. Final shadows all still dancing to that feeling that love once had a key and door, but only left its echo score.
The night and the days and cherry nights, a kiss that tastes like neon lights, one little booth, two plastic straws, and time forgot its ticking laws. A napkin note, a lipstick trace, he blushes in that vinyl space. She dips her spoon and doesn't rush. Some moments bloom just from a hush. The waitress winks, the counter shines. Old love songs priced at just a dime. A soda fizz, a whispered tease, and hearts like cones begin to freeze. Vanilla nice and cherry nights with jukebox songs and soda heights. She laughs, he grins, then both agree. There's no desert like you and me. Vanilla days and cherry nights, a kiss that tastes like neon lights, one little booth, two plastic straws, and time forgot its ticking laws. There's a moon
over Mulberry Street, and footsteps echo in the sleet. A saxophone sighs down the block. Time melts away with every clock. Neon flickers like a breath. I smell the jazz, I taste regret. Shadows talk in alley rhyme, like poets walking out of time. Moon over Mulberry Street, where strangers pass but never meet. You said you'd come before the dawn. Now all I have is what is gone. A window glows behind drawn blinds. The wind rewinds our faded lines. Your silhouette was sharp and slow, then vanished like a radio. Still shining where we used to meet. Your promises like puddles gleam, reflections of a nighttime dream. I hear your shoes in empty space, the hush of silk, the scent of lace. But when I turn, it's just the sound of moonlight dripping on the ground. Moon over Mulberry Street keeps watch where lovers once would meet. I'll walk alone past midnight's beat, the moon and Mulberry Street. She once sang on the palace stage in satin gowns and velvet rage. Crowds would hush at her first note, the kind that bloomed and barely spoke. Now on the curb near 7th row, she sells her roses soft and low. No spotlight, just a scarf pulled tight and fingers kissed by winter's bite. Roses for the girl in G, the one who sang with certainty. Her voice now hums between the stems, a requiem for requiems. She hums a line from Gershwin's score, as if the sidewalk were the floor. The petals hide what dreams decay, but perfume clings where hope
stay. They ask, were you that girl who sang? She nods, then smiles, a silver fang, and in her eyes the footlights flare before the drizzle dims the air. Roses for the girl in G, still wrapped in broken melody. And if you listen while you pay, you'll hear the note she gave away. The stage was grand, the nights were long, but life hums loud once fame is gone. So she sells beauty stem by stem and sings it soft for only them. Roses for the girl in G, a faded star beside your knee. Drop a coin and meet her eyes, the curtains drawn, but she still pins in a cushion, lace on the floor. The day grows thin beyond the door. She hums a tune, her needle sings, threading dreams with silver strings. A sleeve half pressed, a hem not sewn. She works the cloth like time she's known. Each fold remembers someone's name, each stitch a memory dressed in flame. Waltz of the seamstress, hands warm smooth, turning silk the way hearts move. She sways with thread, her mind adrift, each pleat and dart a quiet gift. The light bulb hums a yellow hum, outside the world grows soft and numb. She pins a thought to velvet blue, a love she wore and still feels true. Of the seamstress stitched in grace, a life in seams, a time, a place. And when the song begins to dim, she hums again the final.
Cinders rest on the window frame where once she wrote a hopeful name. The fire low, the night grown white, she listens with no one inside. The kettle hums its broken tune like distant jazz on late balloon. A hand once touched this glass so near, now vanished with the end of year. Cinders on the window's breath, whispers soft of near and death. She leans to feel the warmth that stayed from hands and lips that never strayed. The snow outside won't ask her name, nor who she waits, nor why she came. But every flake recalls a song that played too short and stayed too long. She lifts her cup, the steam departs, like love that never leaves in parts. And though no footstep stirs the floor, she swears he paused just past the door. Cinders on the window frame spell out a touch, a breath, a name. And when the fire fades to dim, she'll warm herself with thoughts of him.
She came through the club door late and alone, red chiffon floating, red lips fully grown. She didn't glance left, didn't glance right, just sat at the edge of the night. Her gloves were too white, her silence too loud. She ordered vermouth and ignored the crowd. The band played a waltz, the lights grew dim, and I saw the room spin around her, him. She in the red chiffon, a shadow where color shone. She danced without moving, she whispered in the smoke, a mystery dressed like a joke. I watched as she laughed with a man in but her smile felt older than yesterday. A ring on her hand, a scar near her brow, a woman who left but can't leave now. She vanished at 12 like a magic trick. The glass still warm, the lipstick thick. I chased her name through courtroom air, but some stories end with a stare. She in the red chiffon, a song that was here then gone, a thread in the dust, a note never sung, the first of the ghosts I've begun.
Far corner of a dim far corner, far corner, falling under to gin. Is this far corner seems to far and sad. Someone robbed someone low. Far but in roughly come, far corner, followers are done. Let's all play that may place to maiden's joy. On far corner, for I made my day. Far corner, for I know and joy. And surely, for I know I will want. Fire on, fab and freeze to breathe. I started truck up free and day. From behind we feel that you're not mine. And far corner, for it just born. The room has emptied slow and wide, but one last glass still waits inside. The light bends low across the floor, where shadows dance and nothing more. She hums a song without a name, a tune too soft to chase or claim. No footsteps left, the doors all close, but still the evening gently flows, like the end of a letter. One last glass by the window, one last line in the air. The echoes don't explain it, but the stillness doesn't care. She sings not for the answer, not to keep or to defend. She sings because it ends. A stir of wind, the curtain sighs, the trumpet tells of old goodbyes. The keys are struck, then left to ring. No one asks her why she sings. Find a clasp by the window, one last glass by the window, with everything unsaid. The night remains in rhythm, even when it's fled. And though no one waits to answer, and no one stays to hear, she leaves the note still
Still hangs, still hangs, still hangs. She kept the dress behind the door in satin blue from 44. Still smells of dust and sweet perfume. Still folds the shape of ballroom rooms. He said he'd write, he meant it too, but left with boots and fading blue. The note was torn, the silk still sways each time she dusts the yesterday. Like a soft pull of memory, and the night dress still hangs in the hush of the night. Though the music has faded, its shape holds the light. No zipper drawn, no buttons closed, just memories that won't let go. She turns the dial at 1:30. A trumpet moans, the voices run. It's not his tune, but close enough to pull her back through lace and dove. Softest moment. The hanger bends, the hook is thin, like promises that once had skin, but still it sways with whispered grace, like ghostly arms in soft embrace. And the night dress still hangs in her breath, in where the silence once waited for footsteps each night. It never danced, it never tore, just waited and nothing more.
Cream in my coffees, I don't need rain, just steam on the window and jazz in the vein. You stir the sugar, I steal a glance. This kind of morning feels just like romance. Your voice is mellow, the cafe's slow. A smile in your coffee, a song on the go. We don't say much, but darling, I see there's cream in my coffee since you sat with me. No need for candlelight, violins or wine. This tabletop for two suits me just fine. And in this quiet booth for 3:30, I've got sugar jazz and you with me. The record spins an old Cole Porter line, the creak of the door, the smell of time. You tap the rhythm, I
hum along. This kind of moment belongs in a song. Fancy gestures, no grand parade, just Sunday jazz and fresh marmalade. And when you lean and smile so free, you're the cream in my coffee, sweet as can be. She stood beneath the ticking border of Ellie's worn the coat she wore, the train I lay just time too fast. He smiled but didn't make it last. The whistle cried, the platform stirred. She didn't speak, not one last word. A hand was raised, then chucked away. Some goodbyes, learn not what to say. Restrained and tender, on platform number 9 she stayed. The world behind in black and gray. Steam rose like dreams that never came. She knew his name, but not his aim. The scarf she wore was one he gave, a gift, a joke, a thread to save. But now it danced like smoke around, the only trace of him she found. She turns as coal and distance softly burn. She waits but knows the